A full unicorn costume. Okay, so we have some single leg deadlifts today. So actually speaking, buddy, for anybody on a build, and that's anyone doing AMRAP California, your loved coach. Anyone kind of on a high intensity big week, you can basically remove weights out of this or reduce weight and make it more balance based. The kettlebell, the cute kettlebell, yes, my favorite. And then the workout itself is pretty much body weight or pretty light. So again, you can treat it more like a mobility slash flow piece. So you can choose your intensity as usual, but the same that all applies. So I did not write it down, believe it or not. Well, I literally wrote it down, which is weird, by hand. So I typed it today. So for starters, we are going to do 4 sets of 8 to 10 per side single leg deadlifts with a row. We've done these before. It's been a few weeks, but we've done them. 8 side lying reach throughs. We've also done these, but I'll make sure we review those as well. The workout itself is a 10-minute workout, 16 curtsey lunges, that's total, so that's 8 per leg, followed by 10 push-ups, reaching for your toes or toe taps between each rep, and 10 Z press per arm. I'll talk about a Z press is. You've done something like it before. So let's just start with our cat cows. See how we're feeling. My yoga mat's the wrong way, so I'm gonna change the direction. That's how tired I was this morning. I put it the wrong way. Now we're going for 10. Taking your time through these. Complete your 10 reps. Once you've done that, we'll go into our bird dogs next, same kind of little flow we do in the morning. All right, so from here, we're actually gonna stay in tabletop position. We're gonna go from a plank position. So this is a bear, or I say tabletop or bear crawl or bear position. I'll demonstrate what we're gonna do next. It's pretty similar to what we've done before, but we're gonna basically go through 2 shapes. Shape 1 is your plank. Shape 2 is your bear. So notice my knees aren't touching the ground. They're almost off the ground. So it's plank to the bear, plank to the bear. So I'm setting my hips back to do this, and let's do 10. So bending the hips back, bend the knees. The knees can kind of float above the floor. If you need to bring them down to the floor, that's fine. So part hip, bit of core work, warm up, shoulder warm up. The lower your knees are to the ground without touching, say harder, if you will. That was very, I like the little wiggle. It's like when dogs shake out, just like they just like shake it off. Let's get arm circles next. I'm kneeling. You can stand as long as you have space to rotate your arms without touching the ground. So you can start small. Increase your arm circles. Keep your thumbs pointed up. Once you have 10 rotations, one direction, back to 0, 0, 0, sorry. Neutral. When we do that, we go forward and back. So forward and back. Again, you could do kneeling or standing. Here. Little cross, little tap. We're going to finish off with a bit of our thumbs pointed down. So thumbs down. Start small. 10 rotations per direction. It's okay if you have a lucky fin. That's my left side, the one that tries really hard but doesn't work as well as my right. And then we'll go backwards. Exactly. So thumbs down in the opposite direction of what you just did. So clockwise or counterclockwise. It's okay to start small. You don't need to go really big on these. Although I do have newfound respect for people with butterfly. Was it this one? Or backstroke? This in water? My brain doesn't compute. Anyway, very impressed. Let's do this. Let's start with some single leg deadlifts. These can be leg lifted, which is more balance based. And we're going to go unweighted for starts, right? Just to start these things off. So single leg deadlift with your foot down, essentially, is right. This is my working leg, right? Or I can lift my leg as I come up. My hip will be moving, right? So I'm moving my hip back towards my couch. I can have my foot on the ground as long as I want. I can airplane my hands if I need to. My hips go back. I'm going to go ahead. I'm wobbly this morning. Let's do 4 per side. Recognizing, right? Recognizing which side is having a harder time. And I'm going to test my own theory. See which one works. Okay to keep this foot on the ground as long as you need before you start to lift it. You can always put that foot down if you think you're gonna fall over. We're just doing some practice reps, right? Just to see how your balance is so far. Once you've done this, we have the row element. So the row part is where you're gonna have a weight. Now, if you want to do this unweighted, I'll show you unweighted. If you want to do it with weight, grab yourself a kettlebell, a dumbbell, something you can grab single-handed. So unweighted, I'm gonna show you waist up now. So let's say I'm going to go opposite. So if I'm going to go right leg, left hand, like loaded, sitting on my right side, as I send my right hip back, right, my hand is down, I'll tap my hip and then come back, right? That's your kind of unweighted version. We're just spending a little more time in that deadlift shape, right? If I have a weight, in this case, my kettlebell here, right? I'll go ahead and come down. My deadlift, whoop, and then row and stand. So both are fine. It's a matter of, do you want to do it for more for balance or more for load? And both are great. Let's do 8 to 10 reps per leg. And you can take your time. The hand in which you are putting the weight on is up to you. I like to go opposite of my standing leg. If you like to do the same side of your standing leg, you can. Nice work. I'll be right back.
Hello, Francis. Yeah. Don't you pee there.
What'd you say? Oh.
I didn't think you were gonna pee there. Frank was like, hi, and looking around. Don't go in there, sir, sir, sir. He's a good guy. He's just a little like, hey, this room smells like dog. Okay, Frank, we have 10 on this side now. Ready?
Frank's like, go make, go make.
This is the wonky side, Frank.
The second best part of the whole bench press thing, competition thing, was there's every single dog, gym dog was there.
Yes.
And so, especially when their moms, like the respective dog's mom was bench pressing and she got really excited, the dog's like, everyone's excited and like, didn't know what to do. You can tell the dog was like, do I react to this excitement or am I supposed to keep calm about this excitement? It was very like, it was very cute. Okay, lovely. So next thing we have side lying reach throughs. So just a bit of, I would say, kind of this underarm lat piece. So lateral of like of a breast exam, or kind of where a breast exam kind of starts, a little kind of lateral to that. For those of you who had one. Those probably who haven't, but if you have, it's this sort of side seam of the body. So side lying reach through. So side lying, side plank. You can go bottom knee down, both feet, doesn't matter. This one's a little easier. If that needs to be the case. It could just be a side plank for some of us. If you can, we could take our side lying position, my hand over my shoulder. And I'm going to take this hand and reach through this gap without rotating, right? So the good sign is if you reach, you can still kind of see, right, my shirt. That's a good sign. If I can't see my shirt anymore, that's not a good sign. Doing 8 of these. And as you reach, you're going to feel right there, at least I do. Sometimes we might just need to do a side plank hold, in which case you can do about 30 seconds worth, or whatever feels appropriate. We're doing 8 reps of the reach throughs. And if it needs to, right, if it's, you can also drop the bottom knee for the side plank. You can still do reach through. The side plank just a little bit less of a distraction. Your elbow.
Well, I tore my elbow up, so I have a big.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, if you have some like scabbing or bruising, we can make a different thing.
I don't. It's on the scab is now on the. Ew.
I would say just don't share the yoga mat with anyone. You should be fine.
It's like going to my yoga mat.
Hey, we can keep rolling while Meg addresses. No, see, all seriousness, we can make a different rotation piece if we need to change that.
Just might put a little tissue under it.
Or a little bit gauze. Just put a little gauze there, just so it just stays attached. Good. We're gonna go through this 4 times. That was 1. So once you've done your reach throughs, take your time, rest. If you have the option to add weight because you're lucky, by all means, go ahead and add weight. Maybe go to your dumbbell rack, should you have one. And maybe bump the weight up. If you're building for a big race, maybe don't. Okay. Keeping the chest up. So still want to see a name tag, whether it's right logo on your shirt or right. You still want to feel like nice and proud chest. Might even feel like extension. There you go. So the rep scheme here is 8 to 10, meaning it's okay to stop at 8. It's okay to do 10. I want you to do what feels appropriate. We're gonna go back to the single leg deadlifts to a recess. So feel free to go through those reach throughs and then you can see.
Oh, right. I see that now. Yes. Going back to the deadlifts.
That's
Okay.
okay. Today I know I normally post it in the chat, and so you have a reference point. Today I didn't. So it's okay if things are a little bit topsy-turvy. I just hand wrote it this time, which is a weird thing for me to do, but we all are trying something a little different. you go. You are. The reach throughs can be weighted, but they don't have to be. Yeah, there you go. Does that feel okay on the thing?
Mhm. I think it just hurt because I was sticking to the mat.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's different. I was like, if it legitimately is, yeah, any open wounds or like even just a bruise, right? Something that's just like pressure doesn't feel good. We can absolutely find something that is slightly different. Right? What it's always interesting to see what battle scars people have from their sport, I feel like. For me, it's all my right knee. It's just my right side. Just everything.
Yeah, this was a gravel ride. And I didn't go down on it on the like soft, sandy, climby bit where I was really nervous about going down. No, it was when I got back down and jumped onto the bike path to get the last 2 miles home. The concrete was weird and I went down. Of course.
Yeah, but that's how it always happens.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, I did the hard part, nailed it, and then you're like, boom, I need to go down. Right?
Yeah.
I've also done the thing where like I try and take the corner like I do on a road bike, and I was like, nope, 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 and I was like, oh yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Like I saw it happening before I did it, and I continued to do it anyway. You know, just you live and learn. Take your time. When you're doing the single leg deadlift, it's okay to kind of keep your back foot down for a second while you start the movement, especially if you feel like your balance is a really big factor. You can also stand near a wall. I said that before, or something stable. So if you need to like stick your hand out, um, you're not just falling over. That's something that take as many precautions as you need to feel like you can achieve the movement. Yeah, side plank reach shoes, like I said, you can have a light weight in hand, should you choose. By no means a requirement, but it is an option. We're doing one more round than normal. So normally do 3, we're doing 4, and the volume's a little bit higher. So once you hit, I think you guys are on your 3rd, possibly, or almost touching your 3rd, to get a reassess. And it's okay to adjust the volume to match what you need for your current training block as well. So that might be 3 rounds instead of 4. Or 3 sets instead of 4.
Too late. I'm on 4.
Too late. I think you're okay here. I think these are.
I actually think these are really good.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think these are, especially like this is not a bad movement for you to be playing with. And you're not picking up like a 50-pound dumbbell, right? So I think, yeah, this is an appropriate way to do it, but it depends on the person. Excellent.
Yeah, this is my 4th one.
Excellent. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, these take a little bit. They're not meant to be fast. At least they're certainly not for me. I'll speak for myself. When you're in your deadlift shape, go ahead and pull that elbow towards your hips, Arisa. So bring that, like, do it like a dumbbell row, like when your chest is forward. Yeah, there you go. So on that deadlift, your arm is down, right? I'll do this with weight here. I'm keeping my foot down because my balance is pretty bad today, but you get the idea. So in my deadlift, I go back, right? My foot might come up because I will try, and then I'm gonna row. Ah. Yeah, there we go. My balance is extra weird today, but that being said, you can keep that back foot planted if that's helping you activate your hamstrings and your glutes a little more too. I have good days and bad days with that. Oh, sorry. Low foot. All right. And that. So we have, well, let's first take a break. First of all, well done. The row is a bit of a either an additional time under tension or a legit row, depending on in terms of weight. Depending on the method you choose. So foot down, you get a little heavier, a little actual pull. Or it's just a balance piece. How much longer can I stay standing in that position? So you can kind of approach it two different ways. The second piece is a 10-minute workout. We're just going to continuously move for 10 minutes. We have curtsey lunges. These are alternating, so you can switch per side or each rep, excuse me. Curtsey lunge just means that when you step back, instead of stepping back evenly, you're stepping across like a curtsey. If that causes some knee pain or discomfort, it's okay to just switch to a traditional lunge or air squats. So back to 2 feet or more, what do you call it, sagittal? Instead of rotating, whatever. So from the hips down, instead of stepping back evenly, I'm going to step across. So you can step back for balance, step across, and then that's one, right? Whoop, so you can balance. Two, you get the idea. And you don't just need to cross the Achilles. You don't have to like be over here. So the level of curtsy is up to you. There are no monarchs to judge your curtsying today. Push-ups into a toe tap with toe taps. Same idea with the push-ups. We're adding a bit of a stretch, a bit of a flow. So I'll do my push-up first. All right, so assisted or not, right? Push-up. And then my toe tap, I'm going to take my right hand and reach for my left foot. It's okay if I don't touch it. I'm just reaching. That's one. Push-up. Two, right? Again, just reaching. I'm not like trying to, if I touch, I touch. If I don't, that's okay. I'm not trying to bring my feet to my hands. And so you're just releasing your hand. I will say, be careful if your surface is slippery. The yoga mat's pretty good here, but any wooden surfaces or a carpet, if you feel a little like, don't need to lose grip. So maybe it's just releasing the hand. We'll see how that feels. Okay. So maybe a shoulder tap instead of a toe reach. 10 total of those, and your Z press. Finally, I'm going to go with not 18 pounds here. I'm not warmed up for that. Your Z press. Okay. This is a overhead press, but instead of being half kneeling like this, we've done that before. We've done it standing. We're going to do it seated, like seated. Okay. So from the side, you can go straddle wide or feet together, but I want you upright. So what this is going to do is take your legs out of this equation altogether. Okay. And any movement of your spine is going to be acutely obvious, hopefully not painful. So it's going to be here, right? Just single arm, fine. Right? We're doing 10 per side, right? If you have 2 dumbbells, you can just do 10 a total with 2, 1 in each hand. But we're keeping rib cage down right? And you might feel your low back or spinal erectors, these muscles around your spine, kicking a little bit, and that's okay as long as it's not painful. That's pretty normal for this. If you're having trouble sitting down, like you can't sit, you're this guy, you're like, okay, this is all I got. You can't straighten your leg. Sit on a couple books, like lift your butt up a little bit. Maybe you find a yoga mat or, a yoga block. So lifting up your butt, which I don't have a good example right now, but lifting up your butt a few inches can alleviate this like inability to straighten the leg. I don't want you to pull a hamstring because oftentimes that'll turn into this. So leg straight or straight as you can, lift up your butt if you need to. For my athletes actively present, any questions about the Z press? Cool. We are starting with curtsy lunges. Okay. So look at my clock rolling here. And when you're ready, we'll shimmy. Dancing is welcome. Just don't dance with weight in hand. That's my only request. No, weight not on your back. Weight in hands, okay. Okay, we're lunging in 3, 2, 1, and go. It's okay to switch per rep, Meg. So if it's okay to go ahead and go through your 8 on one side, 8 on the other, but you can alternate your curtsy lunges. It feels a little more like a dance that way.
I'll do the next set.
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'm not worried about it. Honestly, as long as you complete 16 total and preferably evenly, then that's okay.
Oh God, here we go. Yay!
I think it's a given, but if you need a rest in those push-ups, it's okay to rest. There you go. If you feel like you're sliding a bit, it's okay. Just do like a shoulder tap instead. Just like tap the shoulder versus a reach for the opposite. Yeah, or touch your thighs. That's a good way to go too. And 10's quite a lot, or at least it is a lot for me. No, it's not a lot for some people. So it's okay if those are strategically broken up. I do have one complaint. My barista isn't awake yet. I can't get more coffee.
Dude.
I know, the audacity. Just start calling him and I'll wake him up. Yeah, great. And it's okay. Yeah, if you find with the seated press, right, the Z press, as you bring your hand overhead, respect the range of motion your shoulder or lats or wrist are telling you. If the elbow isn't fully straight, that's okay. Like this might be a fun one to do actually. And I mean that genuinely, not like maybe, right? If you go upright on the kettlebell, right? Your kettlebell is what, 9 pounds, 5 pounds? Yeah. So that's an option, right? With the upright kettlebell position, I would say don't go upright on anything too heavy. This is a little spicy, right? I wouldn't necessarily do this seated. So if you have two weights, Arisa, right? You have 2 the same weight. That's excellent. Let's just do this. Yeah. And you're just doing 10, right? As opposed to 10. Right? So that we can just, beautiful. After your Z press, you're going back to your curtsy lunges. I think it's required though to hold out your imaginary skirt when you curtsy lunge. So when you curtsy lunge, it's like. I used to be a ballet dancer many years ago, and there was the dainty and delicate was the
Very demure, very mindful. Take a picture because it's the only time I am. Hi, buddy.
Which one, Frank or Otter?
I think it's both.
Both?
It's tag team up there right now.
Why don't they come down and say hello?
Hi.
It's okay.
Now we unleashed it.
Yeah, unleash the madness. But see, the madness is on your end and it's adorable. So I'm kidding.
Puppies, come save me from push-ups.
Push-ups. Yeah, if the puppies are under you, you can't do a push-up. Oh no, what are you gonna do? I've done that before, where one of the, like, albeit the smaller dog, will come in and like jump on me and be like, oh no, I can't work out anymore. I have to pet the baby. Just lay there for a second. She's also a therapy dog, so she will lay on you when she sees you laying down, like, let me help.
Exactly. Otter would come down and be like, "Are you okay? Are you
Yeah.
okay?"
Except she's,
Rob keeps him upstairs and is like, "Shh." I can hear Rob going like, "Shh, shh, shh." If the otter hears me talk, he barks. So
nice job with the Z press. If that upright, I mean, that seems okay, but if the upright kettlebell feels not awesome, go back to that traditional setup you were doing before. Yeah, anyone with a kettlebell at home and maybe they're not ready to upgrade, but they'd like to make something slightly more challenging on an upright kettlebell hold, like Meg's doing now, right? Where the kettlebell is upright as opposed to, you know, L-shaped. Can make things drastically harder, but keep in mind it is drastically harder. So it's like you almost need to kind of like put it in place to make it happen. And I would say being slow and careful with your range of motion with that. But making your kettlebell upright all of a sudden makes your kettlebell much heavier than it used to be. Meg is the most demure you'll ever see. So take a bunch, folks. Never gonna happen again. I'd love to explain that injury. What happened? I was curtsy lunging and I shimmied and I fell over.
that's how I go. Was she doing something badass? Well, it was a curtsy lunge with a shimmy.
I mean,
Oh, look.
oh,
Well, Francis, you can come too. They left you. Oh my God. You guys, they went to the police station. You didn't want to go. You can come down. Well, yeah, see, look. Push
oh
up.
no. Oh no, you can't do push-ups anymore. It's so disappointing.
I'm doing them. I'm getting kisses in between them.
I mean, that's very nice.
And what a reward.
Problem with dog kisses, they're always stinky.
Yeah, Frank has bad breath. He's super weirdly cute. You can come down. One more, Frank. Thanks. Frank said I needed extra kisses.
Moral support.
Here he comes. Oh, it's gone. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Yes, I know you're mom.
Audra's like, hi, mom. Hi, hi. Excuse me, hi. Are you busy? Because I love you. Sorry, it's pandemonium over there, Risa.
There's dog butt sniffing. There's kisses.
Vicious.
Hi. Oh, I finished. I could do more curtsy lunges. You want to do some curtsy lunges? Huh? You want to? Let's do. She didn't call time yet. Okay.
I didn't do. You have less 2 minutes. I will say you get the extra bonus of trying not to step on the dogs while doing this.
Almost killed Frank there.
Yeah, Frank's just like, I'm sorry, what are you doing? What is happening? What's happening? Why are you doing this?
Yeah, this is good. I was like, wait till she shimmies. That's when
That's
when
the
we
good.
have to sound the alarm.
Nikki's awake.
Coffee, sir.
You're gonna flick the light. You might as well get me coffee.
Oh God. Oh, how am I gonna do push-ups now?
Oh no. You're not, clearly. That's obviously the answer. The good news is you have 50. That's 50 seconds left. So it's less than 1 whole minute. And then you can be covered in puppies and kisses. Oh, they left.
They heard we were done.
All right. Last 20 seconds, maybe 1 or 2 more reps here.
One more.
1 more. You can do it. Let's squeeze. There you go. Voila.
So might as well finish.
3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Recover. I know you just finished, but how'd that feel? Did it feel okay? Yeah.
Deceptively like a workout though. Like, oh, this is easy. Oh no, not quite.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah. My quads and glutes said, "Hey, you worked this weekend. What are you doing?"
Yeah. If you're feeling extra fatigue, whether it's from an event that you did or like just a big training block, you might be like, oh, right. The nice thing about this when you're doing things for like so AMRAP means, right, or stands for as many rounds and reps as possible in whatever the time frame, in this case, 10 minutes. It's kind of a choose your own adventure. There's no explicit rest written in, right? I'm not saying, hey, I need you to rest now. I need or at the end of, or between each movement. But if you're like, whoo, little lit up, just take a second, recover, and then do it again. If it just sometimes gentle movement is a good thing. Or you can do rough math. It's not always exact, but look at the seconds, right? So take your overall time, assume seconds per rep. You can be generous, and then see how many you theoretically are going to get. And that's like, if you're like, that's still too much, let's talk about bringing the volume down or slowing down. But generally, these workouts are not they're meant to kind of maintain some sort of, I say, like loaded movements. But I understand for most of you, your sport is swimming, biking, or running. So that's okay if we're not biasing big weights, but I still want you to try and use load and weight under a mild duress, just a baby, a little bit of duress. Okay, that's our time for today. We have 6 whole minutes left. So let's just do a bit of stretching, because why the heck not? Let's see. What do people normally have at home? You know, let's do this. We don't need equipment for this one. You're gonna lay on your back, pull your knees to your chest. You can go grab your feet, or just, so you can either, I think happy babies, where you kind of grab your feet. If that's too much, you can just knee to chest, go nice and wide.
Oh God, I love
And
having.
rocking side to side, just decompressing that spine a little bit. You don't have to rock if you just want to stay just kind of here, or you can kind of grab underneath if that's feeling okay.
I gotta rock. Have you met me? I rock. Just kidding. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. You're demure, remember, Meg? Demure.
That moment is past.
That's true.
That was it. I told you. That was it. That's the most demure you'll ever.
She's gone. She's never coming back. Take your right knee. Go ahead and bring it towards your sling. Dropping my left leg here. Bring it towards your chest. In. Hold your breath. Go ahead and contract. Just gently straighten the leg a little bit. Hold, and then as you exhale, gently draw the knee toward your chest. And a little hamstring stretch, and a little calf. For me, it's all calf because my calves are wrecked. But
few breaths there.
Other side.
I'm ready to switch sides. So I'm bringing my left leg, that's my opposite side. My knees bent here. I would say for me, it's relaxed. So it's pretty passive at the moment, right? I'm going to gently grab behind. I'm not pulling in yet. I'll breathe in. Flex, so straighten out the leg. I'm not pulling yet. And then as I exhale, just guiding my leg down. I'm not doing too much work with the hands. In it. Hold your breath as you extend and then there you go.
Oh, I gotta search my glute. I'm searching the glute.
Oh yeah, a little figure four. Why not? Gonna reach through. If this is too intense, you're like, oh, that's not happening, right? Maybe it's just too intense of a shape. You can also do this seated, or you can literally do it seated. So for anyone who wears dress pants, it's like you're trying to cross your legs in dress pants. Teresa knows what I'm talking about. It's horrific. It's like they don't want, they want to confine you and make sure you can't run away. That's what I'm.
Well, that's what the whole demure thing is too.
That's true.
Like
Find the
confining,
life.
they're confining me.
You want to say hi?
What is that? ¿A dónde está mi café? Where's
Yeah.
my coffee? Yay! That's his coffee.
He doesn't love me.
He's got a decidedly Quasimodo vibe today.
Quasimodo.
I think it was the hunching over.
It's not so much the hunting horse as this thing, whatever this is.
The Snuggie or whatever it is.
I think Janet for the fashion.
That's true. That is Janet's doing.
I know. I mean, I need to text her and make sure she packs it for California.
It is I will say on a cold day, that thing is like
Deceptively cozy, yeah.
amazing. It is horrific to look at.
I showed you, did I? No, I came to yoga in it one day. I have a Snuggie knockoff that I got at Costco and it's longer. And it's cheetah print or leopard print. And it's
Oh yeah, no, you have worn it. You have worn it to, or at least to start.